never had Malort.
Oh, you're in for a treat if
Well-
you go buy that pint, bud, because you're getting
You've heard the stories.
Yeah, I've heard the stories. I've heard... Ricky, didn't you say you were doing Malort sometime?
We're doing it at the wrestling fest.
Right, yeah. How was that? How'd that go for you?
I mean, it's Malort, so it goes how you expect it to go. Rough.
Hot garbage in a fucking dumpster.
Speaking of hot garbage in the dumpster, this is the Retro Smash Video Game Podcast. Wherever you are, wherever you may be listening, thank you for hanging out with us today. Live from the Gene Parmesan Memorial Studios, we are a podcast about retro video games where four friends sit around and drink beer, as we just heard one crack open, and talk old video games. I am Weldy Time, the gentleman joining me here in the Gene Parmesan Memorial Studios. Yeah, it's the name of the studios. He's Andy.
Not so much Sex Dungeon anymore.
It's a little more homey.
Slightly less sexy.
It's a little more homey. I added a whole shelf in here and added some knickknacks, which is right in front of Mitch.
arguably the sexiest of them all.
Mm-hmm. And joining us from the Retro Smash Cup on a String Radio Network, he is the sexiest of all. He's Ricky.
Now, hold on a second. Don't be trying to pit me and Mitch against each other over who's the sexiest of them all.
He's a sexy boy.
Sexy boy.
I'm not your boy toy. Sorry.
But I am glad to be here, so I guess we should kick off with the usual round of how everybody's doing. Andy, how are you doing?
Oh, so I got a story. Well, I was on vacation. Hey, that was fun. Fucking finally.
What's a vacation?
Yeah, no crap. That's me turning my phone off and ignoring all the phone calls I get all the day damn time. So I went to Comic-Con this last weekend. Ricky has some stories about that too. He probably had way more fun than I did. I had a horrendous time. It was the worst time I've ever been to a convention.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Took the girlfriend and I and her kid down to Indy for the Indy Comic-Con. We already pre-purchased everything, $500-$600 worth of junk. We go down there, we're like, hey, we pre-purchased everything, we're ready to go. Okay, go stand in this line. This line is snaked up and down the fucking convention. Like, literally, I've seen the end of the line 3 times. It's so snaked.
Oh,
Damn.
I was like, what the shit? Half hour passed. Another hour passed. And we're like, dude, we've missed 3 of our meet and greets already. Like, what's going on? Like, come on, we're still standing in line over here. I don't even have my wristband yet to get in the door. So we start raising hell because we're a bunch of Karens.
Fair enough. You spend that much money, you're
that
entitled.
point,
You're entitled.
yeah.
The person's like, okay, we'll get you forward real quick because we got another meet and greet here in like 10 minutes. So we get pushed forward through the line, thank God. We get up to the person. The person's like, oh shit, okay, sorry you missed all these meet and greets. Here you go. Here's your next person. It's Michael Roker from The Walking Dead and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, Yondu and not Daryl. Is it
His
Daryl?
brother, his brother's Merle. Yes.
There you go. Okay.
So I was like, shit, okay, cool. So we like rush around. I get in the line, and the guy's like, no, we've already done last call on that guy. You're done. You can't get him. I'm like, what? God damn it.
Oh, God.
So I go back to meet my girlfriend, and she's already in line to this other like information booth because she's like, this is bullshit. We're done. So we stand in line for another half hour or so. Finally get up to this information booth section. And we're like, hey, we've already missed like 4 or 5 of our people. Like, we need refunds or something. Like, it was not our fault we missed this stuff. It's your guys' fault for being so disorganized. Okay. Well, all I can do is swap you for tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, I can't do tomorrow. I got to work. This is it. This is the one day we're down here. This is it. I got to get a refund. Something. Okay, tell you what. Go down that direction. Someone over there will help you out. Okay, so we head over there. Well, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Go over that direction. Well, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Go over that direction. Well, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Go over that direction. I'm like, at this point, we're just dragging her daughter like all over the convention. And her daughter's like, I want to see this and that. Nope. We're running up and down the aisles. At this point, it's been 3 hours. Got nothing accomplished. We bump into this guy. He's like, I know exactly who to talk to. We'll get you fixed. Follow me. We're like, thank God. Follow him. He takes us back to the very first guy.
Oh,
like,
no.
Are you shitting me? That's you again, motherfucker. It's like, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. He calls the owner down. The owner of the convention comes out. It's like, I apologize. Here's a refund. You got 2 more meet and greets. We're like, we're done. We've been fucking around for 3.5 hours at this point. Got nothing accomplished. We're out so much money. Just refund the whole thing. So she refunded everything, all of it, even the tickets. Thank you, lady, if you ever listen to this. So we go to Circle Center Mall, fuck around for a minute, and then just head back home. And then Ricky's like, where are you guys at? I'm like, we're gone, baby. We're already halfway home. Like, Fuck this. I was so pissed. Ricky, how was the convention on the other side of that aisle?
I'm waiting for him to say, it was the greatest day of my life.
Well, so we've gone to this before and we know how it turns out every year. So we prepare for it almost a year in advance, months in advance, honestly. We get our tickets ahead of time. We stayed overnight Thursday night so we could get up early Friday morning to go pick up our tickets and our wristband, because every Saturday that we have ever been there, and this is my 8th time this is our 8th time as a group going, and I've been at least 6 of those times. Every time we go, the entry for Saturday, it's horrible.
This is my third convention, and it was not. The other convention I went to was in, where was fucking?
I think you went down to Kentucky.
Kentucky was one, and like Cleveland or Columbus or something like that. And that, however, in and out. I was just fucking zoomed through.
However, given the guests that they had that were here, I totally understand why it was so busy. One of which would have been Hayden Christensen, who played Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, and Rosario Dawson was also there as another guest. Based off of that alone, it is crazy. My first convention going, I can't remember her name for the life of me, but the lady who played Princess Leia, she was there my first convention. Her line by itself just to get an autograph was upwards of 6 to 8 hours. The convention floor wasn't even open that long. I mean, but there's nothing to be done about people who they handled it much better this year. Absolutely handled it a lot better.
Been worse.
I will always recommend that if you are going to a convention on a Saturday, just chalk it up and buy tickets for the whole weekend and just go Friday night. Grab your wristband before the convention closes. That way, when Saturday morning rolls around, you can just go right there to the convention floor or run right in and get your autographs, get your tickets. Had I had to sign in like everybody else did, it would have been horrible for me Saturday, because I went to go see Shamik Moore, the young man who plays Miles Morales in the Spider-Verse films. He was fantastic. He was also... I was
going to get my tattoo
He was
signed.
Also an hour and a half late to his signing as well. So I had to wait quite a bit. I had to wait a whole hour before he got there. So I stood in line for him for an hour, and I was like the 9th person in line waiting for him.
Jesus, that sounds like disorganization. Because like I said,
that's not not a disorganization thing, though. If it is a matter of someone's travel schedule, I'm not going to sit up and I'm not going to fight with people.
Oogie Boogie got canceled, and she was pissed about that.
One of the actors who's a voice actor for one of the Star Wars shows, their flight, they couldn't leave the runway because one of the tires had a flat fucking tire, and their flight got delayed by some 13 to 15 hours. She ended up being late by, I want to say it was an hour to the convention itself, which was a miracle that they actually made it. So I'm not always going to blame it as an organization thing. Sometimes there are just
I get that.
Random,
I get that.
There are random acts of God that can cause things like this. Again, I've been 6 years now to the convention. I always have a great time, but I also go prepared and in mind that it's always going to be crazy. I get there very early in the day to give myself plenty of time. If they say that the vendor floor opens up or that the ticket booth opens up at X time, I'm trying to be there half hour early or an hour early. We got in to get our tickets and our wristbands Friday, probably around 10:30 or so, and we were strapped up and on the floor no later than, I don't know, 10:45, 11.
So who did you end up seeing?
I just got the one autograph, and that was from Shamik Moore. That was the only one that I wanted. I have a ton of others over the years, and I still need to get those framed and actually put up on the wall. We also went to a couple of the panels, a couple of the shows. They did a voice actor panel, which was amazing. Several of the voice actors, the woman who plays Daphne, the Uncle Iroh from Avatar. They had the woman who does the Vicky voice for Fairly Odd Parents. The guy who does Nathan Drake. Cool. Yeah, they had a ton of people. So they all got up on stage and they talked about their experiences working in the industry. They did a Q&A session. That was a blast. That happened Friday. Friday night, we went to an 18 and older improv show, Penguin Knife Fight. I've seen them before. They are hilarious. I will absolutely always promote them whenever I get a chance. The only thing that I did not get to do this year was I did not get to see the great and powerful Tim, who is a magician. Also, he has a side act aside from Penguin Knife Fight because he's also part of that improv troupe. They had live wrestling there, which we got to sit front row for. They talked a whole lot of shit to me, and you know me, I'm a wrestling nerd, so I was like riding sky high. The guy's like, "You're a nerd, and you're a dork, and you smell like everybody else," and I was like, like, I don't smell. But the guys 2 seats down from us, oh boy, did they smell.
They just upwind.
No.
They just caught
I was like, oh, he ain't wrong about the rest of them smelling. It smells like, when you go to the zoo and you're by the gorillas and it's just like that sort of body odor, and you're like, damn, y'all some stanky.
You're passing the monkey enclosure.
The pelicans.
The pelicans.
Oh, the pelicans are the worst.
That's what it smelled like. It smelled like 50 motherfuckers were like just trapped in one guy's body, and it just stank. But I mean, we got to do everything that we wanted to. We went out to a dueling piano bar, Howl at the Moon. We got records, we got knickknacks, toys, bookmarks, we got artwork. We enjoy it every year. I'm sorry that Andy didn't have that great of an experience.
Never going again.
I'll say, man, like next year, just plan out for the whole weekend. That's the only way I can describe it. If you're going to a convention,
maybe. I don't know. I'm jealous. I'll say that much.
Invite me next time, asshole.
We were constantly out, going back and forth to and from the B&B. We went to Tappers. It was either Thursday or Friday. We might have ended up going twice, actually. I don't remember. I spent the entire weekend intoxicated as soon as we got there Thursday night. I don't think I was sober for the rest of the trip until Sunday morning, which is the point of the trip. It's to go get incredibly drunk, have fun, meet a bunch of cool celebrities, get some really dope artwork. If you're anywhere in the area and you want to go to a convention, I would always recommend Indiana Comic Con. We've been doing it for 8 years. We think it's a blast. So it'll always get top remarks from me. Again, sorry, Andy, that it just wasn't that hot for you and the missus. It might be a different story if you didn't have all the meet and greets and stuff, or if you might have been able to get in for your meet and greets.
It was also, they were literally like back to back to back to back. That fucked me over.
Yeah, and if they're all like scheduled like that, it's going to be
they weren't
hard
scheduled.
turn
They didn't put the schedule out until the day of. So how the fuck is I supposed to know where they were going?
I don't know what you're talking about. We had everything like the day before, a couple days before. We were like checking that website religiously.
2 weeks out. They didn't have the schedule out yet. So I was like, I was like him and him and him. And then they're like, okay, well, they're all 2 minutes apart from each other. What the fuck? All right.
I gotta ask real quick while we're on the subject, just a quick like 30-second sidebar. What is the longest you've ever stood in line? Not just waited for something. What is the longest you ever stood in line for something?
Disney or Universal Studios or something like that for like 3 to 4 hours.
I'll say 2 hours is the max that I waited for anything. That includes amusement park rides, and that was from one of my first Comic Cons, actually back-to-back years. One of which was for the original Black Power Ranger. I waited 2 hours for, and then I waited 2 hours for the original Red Ranger.
Damn.
The Black Ranger one was really cool, and a few of our friends actually got to witness this. But he just got back from his break. I think he signed like 2 autographs or whatever, and I was next in line. And he's like, "What's up, bro?" And I was like, "Oh, what's up, man?" And he was like, "Man, you like music, man? You like dancing?" I was like, "Yeah, man, what you got?" And he's like, "You want to dance to some Prince?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I do." And he had his fucking handler turn on the radio, and we danced a little bit to Prince.
That's tight.
No picture, no video, no nothing of it, but we're just like grooving with each other. And he's like, "All right, man, you cool."
Wild.
Later that weekend, he showed up to the bar that we were at, and he threw his hand on one of our friend's shoulder, and our friend had a complete and total freak out, like he did not know how to react.
Nice.
That's nuts.
To me, so 2 hours is about the longest I've waited in line for anything. I even go into Disney for I got on the Avatar ride at Disney, and that came in at like an hour and a half.
Mitch, what about you?
Man, I am so fucking happy, so proud. Wait, we're talking about longest line?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, never mind.
Whichever. Just in general.
Longest line.
How's your week been?
I think I've Cedar Point for the Lionsgate. I don't know. I've never been to a Comic-Con. I wish I would have, but
It's that Matthew Lillard.
I do have a Matthew Lillard autograph because my brother went.
Oh, that's tight.
And it says, "Mitch, I'm buff." I'm so pissed. So pissed I didn't get to meet him. My boss told me I was supposed to work that day, but didn't tell me I had the day off until
an hour later.
The car already fucking left an hour later. And I'm like, fuck you.
Thanks for listening to the 49th episode.
Yeah.
That we repeated this on. You said this last episode.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Anyway, yeah.
Somebody doesn't listen to the podcast when they're on.
Boom, 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 boom.
I do. It's just, I don't remember which one's where. And, yeah.
Anywho's.
What about you, Andy? Longest line you've waited in?
I already, whatever, like some Disney ride probably.
Disney ride.
So I went to Cedar Point in 2000, the year the Millennium Force came out, and then I went back again in 2003, the year Top Thrill came out, and both times I waited in line 3.5 hours to ride those.
Damn.
Top Thrill, it was great. I mean, it's 120 miles an hour. We were there for 3 hours. It was me and my dad, and we got to the front of the line. And he's like, "Dude, we're gonna go to the front seat." I was like, "Okay."
Eat some bugs.
I'm
baby.
like, at this point, I was like, man, I just want to get on this ride, and I was tired of listening to fucking "Ready to Go" by Republica, which they play at Cedar Point a million times. I was like,
They were
man.
playing the.
Oh no, that's Six Flags.
Oh yes, sorry.
That's Six Flags.
My
No, that's
amusement
Venga Bus.
parks.
The Venga Bus is coming, and everybody's coming, and you and me are coming, and it whatever. But but we get to the front, and finally we stop, and I'm like, God, finally. And I remember we go over that hill in the front seat. It actually felt like we were going inwards, not just straight down. Man, my stomach was up in my throat. That was the coolest experience ever. Like 3.5 hours, and it was worth every second. I ride this 2.5 minute ride. It was the best. Let's check in. Ricky, do you have anything you wanted to
I
add?
just wanted to give an update. I didn't really give a good update earlier about my gaming life because I was too busy bragging about Comic-Con. So as of now, like I had mentioned, I beat all those games before, and I know I mentioned that in the last episode. Unfortunately, Mr. Ricky decided to pick back up playing Fallout 4. Those
GG.
other 3 games, they got put on
Another
the back
settlement
burner.
needs your
So we'll see if I actually decide to finish those anytime soon, especially since I'm in no rush to buy a PlayStation 5 right now. But playing Fallout 4, I have found my love for Fallout again, and don't be surprised when you hear me bragging about all of my settlements or me crying about how Preston Garvey just wants to fuck me by giving me another settlement. But I guess with that being said, because why not make this longer? When you guys play games like Fallout or any games where you are asked like a question of morality and being a good person or a bad person, how do y'all play? Because no matter how hard I try, I am always a good person because I just can't see myself being a sociopath.
Yeah.
Anybody who can do it, I feel like you have to disassociate so fucking hard, and you probably have to go have a drink afterwards for being so mean.
It depends on the game. It's always like I try to play as myself, so it's usually like I'm a good guy. But then after I beat the game, and then I'll go back and be like, you know what? No, I'm an asshole. Fuck everything. Eventually, we're gonna do a Walking Dead Telltale episode,
I'm excited for that.
and that's a perfect moral bullshit game.
I got another one.
I can't do it.
There's one game I played. Every time I play it, y'all can call me bitch, I cry whenever I get to the certain part of the game. I try to play like an asshole, but once you get tuberculosis and you're
Oh,
playing
yeah,
as Arthur
Red
Morgan,
Dead.
you can't be a fucking asshole.
You can.
You can, but for my morale, I can't. I will always try to do the right thing, even no matter how hard I want to be an asshole.
giving
I'm
the nun some
God
money."
damn it. Whenever
I just
he's
need more
riding on
money.
that horse to try to tell Dutch that it was Micah, and I'm literally bawling I'm bawling. I'm like, this is so fucking sad. Thank you, Rockstar, for giving me a game that I genuinely will cry to. Telltale Walking Dead was the other game.
Yep.
Whenever you kill fucking Lee.
Oh,
goddamn.
My heart is.
Those two games
My
are the only games I've ever
heart is
actually
literally
made me shed
shattering
tears.
right now. The last hour of playing that Telltale Walking Dead game was just me, just tears streaming down my face, and I'm like, "Oh, he got bit. Now I gotta go through the city." It's just tears.
I made him
and,
cut
you
his
know.
fucking hand off, and I was like, what the fuck? Why is he still dying? Motherfucker!
Yep. That's all I could think of. And I got the whole fucking team to join me before to help save Clementine, and I'm like, I can't help but cry.
What about you, Weldy?
I normally try to play as a good person because it's so hard in some of these games. Like, you're talking Red Dead 2. Red Dead 1 is so much
Yeah,
easier to play as a good person. Fallout 4 and Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas are so much easier to play when you're playing as a good person because when you gain karma, your luck increases. Prices are like really, really, really low. And then in like Fallout 3, if you do good things for good people, like they'll send messengers your way and be like, hey, this person, I know, I think the Elvises, I can't remember, the king will send some of his henchmen out and be like, hey, we heard you were doing good things. Here's something that the king wanted you to have. And it's like a whole shit ton of ammo and stuff like that. It's like, oh, that's awesome. Like, whether or not it was good morally, but like if you do good things for good people, it pays off in the end.
Fallout has some like you have some perks if you're an asshole too, though.
Oh, right. I guess that is true. And it's not to say, like, if I'm playing a good person in all these games, that if I'm having a bad day at work, I'm going to load it up. I'm going to put a whole bunch of of cheats in like Grand Theft Auto, and I'm gonna just destroy the town.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
There's nothing saying I'm not gonna do that.
hey man, I blew up Megaton, so
Oh, what a piece of shit.
Wow.
Can you believe this guy?
Yikes.
I have a poster of the ashes of Megaton. So, Weldy, what's been new with you? You and me still have to go. So, what's been new with you?
not a damn thing. Honestly, like I really haven't been doing a whole heck of a lot. I haven't played more of that Berserk Boy. I mean, I've been dawdling around, just working and trying to.
Sound like me.
I know. I haven't been really in my right mind lately, so I haven't been like playing games or anything. I'm trying to get back to my speed runs. I'm making another valiant attempt. I submitted my Zombies Ate My Neighbors run for SGDQ.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I didn't put like my own personal run. I used a run that I did at Retrothon, where I'm hoping that, hey, I've done commentary for this. I've been in a larger audience environment kind of thing. So I'm hoping that one stands out, but it probably doesn't. But if
it takes a lot of talent to work the chat room and speedrun the game.
Yeah, that's a double focus right there.
I mean, I'm telling you, if I make it to SGDQ this year, you guys need to clear your fucking calendars because we are all going.
Sweet.
I'm dead serious. I need a couch. I need a couch for if like I've been telling you guys, if I make it to SGDQ, I need a couch. Even if you guys have no idea what the hell the game's about, I just need you guys to sit there, look pretty, and make fart and wiener jokes for me, and I'll do the heavy lifting.
Pretty easy.
All right, sounds good to me.
We'll wear our t-shirts.
Yes, we will. The thing was, when I originally started speedrunning this game, I wanted to get under 39 minutes because that was the estimate. There had been two other people that had ran Zombies Ate My Neighbors at a GDQ event. One was Teddy Russ. He is awesome. He was wearing a suit and tie while he was running at home, and then he got up from his chair to go get a drink, and he was wearing a pair of pink fluffy pants that said Juicy on the ass.
Nice.
That dude's hysterical. I hope someday to walk in his footsteps. It'd be cool to be like the third person to run zombies at a GDQ event, but I wanted to beat the 39-minute estimate, which is what the previous two was, in a marathon setting. I know I can nail sub 37.
That's awesome, dude.
So
That's really
thank you. Like I said, that's kind of what I've been doing. I submitted a whole bunch of runs for Retrothon again, which I know that the RGL TV events, I don't know if they're listening to this, but shout out to those guys. They're some of the coolest people to work with. Mitch, what's shaking bacon? What's going on with you? I know you had said you were proud about something.
I am so fucking ecstatic. One of my biggest challenges.
Hi, fucking ecstatic. I'm dead.
Oh. You can do puns now again.
Yes.
every once in a while. I feel like I've earned that.
With this 1224 challenge, I could pick any game in the world. I could make them all easy. I could make them all hard. I wanted to really challenge myself, and I picked Elden Ring. My bitch ass 100%ed Elden Ring. I can't believe I fucking did it. Hardest game I've ever 100%ed. I'm not going to say I did it all by myself. I had a friend help me out, but I fucking did it. So
GG.
Wait, what's that mean?
with certain bosses, you can have a friend come in basically and help you.
I thought like Arista took your controller. Was like, get out of the way.
No, no.
Older brother, let me show you how it's done.
Let me tell you this. This game has two of the hardest bosses From Software has ever made. So if you ever played Elden Ring or any From Software game, Melania is the hardest boss they have ever made.
Melina.
Even if you are max level, she can one-shot you.
Melina wins.
So she's a hard boss.
Fatality.
I've tried her for like an hour. I'm like, I can't fucking do it. And a buddy randomly messaged me. He's like, hey, how's trying to become Elden Lord? I'm like, I'm fucking stuck. This game's pissing me off. I'm not going to get this 100%. I'm going to give up. And he's like, hang on, I got you. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you can summon me. And I'm like, I can summon you? What the fuck you mean? He's like, go to this. And I go to this totem and you can summon a friend. And we go and we just beat this bitch's ass. And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. And I was already at the end of the game, so I had beaten all these bosses pretty much by myself. But Melania and then the Dragon Placidius are the hardest ones I've ever done. I couldn't beat it by myself, and he helped me beat him. And I'm like, you are a fucking saint, dude. Thank
awesome.
you so much. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to make it quick. If you have not played Elden Ring, you need to.
No.
You genuinely need to give it a try.
Pass.
If you could figure out how you play these type of games, my bitch ass plays from a distance, so I made a mage build. But they are beautiful. The art is beautiful. The gameplay is beautiful. It's a great game. And it's going to go down. Thank you. It's going to go down as my game of the year. I don't even care what comes next in my 1224. This is my game of the year.
I call that game a DASA.
A DASA?
Yeah, it's DASA no from me, dog.
But also to add to that, I 100%ed another game called Firewatch. It's a quick little game.
Oh, yeah, that's a fun game.
I figured since I beat probably the hardest game I'm ever going to attempt
So
this
quick
year, figured I'd
what's it
throw in a
called?
quick one.
A walk simulator?
Pretty much. The game's pretty much like, oh, you make sure there's no fires. Oh, these teenagers think you're a creepo. Oh, there's a dead body. Oh, you're being spied on. Game over.
Let me ask you this. You're doing the 1224 challenge, much like Ricky's doing his challenge playing games from in the past. Let me ask you this when it comes to your 1224 challenge. Where are you at when it comes to games that the any percent and the 100% are the same? One example for this would be Jurassic Park for the Super Nintendo. The 80% and the 100% are the same because you have to collect all of the raptor eggs in order to leave the island. Like the game will literally not let you leave if you don't 100% it.
So for me, 100% means all the achievements unlocked. That doesn't mean I do every single little tiny minor task.
What's an achievement?
Welcome to Xbox, bud.
Oh,
But
I'm still on the Super Nintendo. What's an achievement?
fair enough.
I'm playing with superpower.
But whenever you look at the achievements and you look at your percentage, it's always going to say a percentage.
Right, yeah.
So I want these games to be 100%ed. Granted, if you look up my Xbox gamer tag, you look at my achievements, some of these games I set up 100% are going to say 98, 99. That's because the achievements are busted. But my 100% consideration means I have 100% of the game in terms of I unlocked all the achievements in the game. That does not mean I defeated every boss in Elden Ring or I did every minor task. I did all the things the game said, hey, you do this, you get an achievement.
Do you watch any of Adrian plays? She does the same thing. She 100% PS5 games.
I do. I watch I Am Rob. I watch her. I've watched another gentleman, Snamwiches. He does achievement specific. He will pick the hardest achievement and go for it.
See, I guess that's why I asked, because it's like if I was like one of the games that I love to 100% is Spyro 2.
I thought about doing Spyro.
That's one of the very few games I love to 100%. But like if I 100% the game and collect all the gems, all the talismans, and all the orbs, and finally get to Dragon Shores, does that considered I got all the achievements because I've 100% of the game?
If you got the achievements that are unlocked by the developers.
See, and I guess maybe that's where our definition, that's kind of why I'm asking. It's like, are you going by...
It's a re-release, like on, say, Xbox is like, hey, it's whatever, the Summer of Xbox stuff that they used to do. And then they re-release a game, and then they added achievements because those didn't exist on the Super Nintendo.
Right.
Then, yes, that would be the I 100% of the game at that point. You didn't beat the game necessarily, like, you didn't do everything in the game, but you achieved what the developers wanted you to get trophies on.
Oh, nice.
That is my goal. I want you to look at my account and be like, wow, this motherfucker got all these achievements.
All right. Are you ready for another 100% achievement? Because I got your game for this week.
I do want to share, I am working on Immortals of Aveum. That game is underrated. It's always on sale. And it's on sale for $7 for the highest edition. If you have $7, fucking buy it. It's genuinely pretty good. It's like Wolfenstein met Harry Potter.
Ooh.
It's pretty fucking good.
Okay. You had my curiosity. Now you have my attention.
If you find it on sale, give it a try. It's a little quirky. It's a little, I would say, underdeveloped, but the graphics are great. The gameplay's fun. I'm on the hardest difficulty, and I'm flying through the game. Like, it's not that big of a challenge. It's fun.
Nice.
So give that a try.
So before Wody starts to try to jam it down our throats with this game shit, what the fuck are we drinking tonight?
Ricky, go first since you brought it up.
I'm having me some of them good old fashioned, your boy Stone Cold Austin 316 says I just drank your beer.
Oh, hell yeah.
I got me one of them broken skulls, and then
Nice.
there's
Ooh.
a Mickey's on deck, of course, because you know Mickey's, they're for the Rickies, and then we have Natter Days after
The
that.
Stone Cold one's an IPA,
Yeah,
right?
he has one's an IPA and one's a lager, and I'm drinking that American lager. That IPA is a stiff one.
Are you Stone Cold stunning the beers?
Oh, hell yeah.
Nope. I actually
Hell
spent
yeah.
the Austin 316 holiday drinking his beer.
Pretty much St. Patty's Day.
It is. It's the day before.
It's the day before St. Patty's Day, and then I spent St. Patrick's Day drinking car bombs.
I miss car bombs.
So I changed it up a little bit. The Monsters came out with a new kind of alcohol. The Monster Hard Teas.
I
And they're
warned you.
fucking delicious.
I warned you.
They're so fucking good. So I resorted back to my Monsters. I'm drinking a tea and lemonade. They have original and peach in their, was it 12-pack? So it's fucking delicious.
The beast
The beast is unleashed. Andy, you got a plethora over there. What you
Well,
got?
I was going to make fun of Weldy's silver bullets first before he started.
All right.
Since I'm
Yep.
the one who mixes it up all the time, I'm not the Mr. Mickey.
Are we, wait, he's still drinking silver bullets? Do we still have those? I thought that you drank all those by now.
No, I got another 24 pack. It's the only thing I've been like. I don't drink harder on the weekends anymore. what? Although whenever we do the Atari Olympics, you need to remind me, there is a persimmon whiskey that I get from the other liquor store that Andy doesn't work at. Like gasp. Oh no. But yeah,
You traitor.
yeah, you guys don't carry
My
it.
money.
You guys don't carry it.
SpongeBob, me dollar.
Did I ever tell you? Did I ever tell you the time I had a fever dream about Mr. Krabs? I had a really bad cold and I was on emergency, which gives me really fucked up dreams. And I had a dream that Mr. Krabs was singing "Breathe" by Faith Hill to Squidward, and it was like, I can feel the magic floating in the air, Mr. Squidward. Being with you gets me that way, Mr. Squidward.
Oh my god.
So, I got a little on my third one here. The end game here is Milwaukee's 19th tea.
Oh, I like it.
Is a peach tea with lemonade.
Ooh,
Currently
that sounds good.
sipping on a Mike's Hard Lemonade and finished off already a Simply Spiked Blackberry Limeade.
Dang.
If I feel like it, I might bust into that crown later on.
You might as well
depending
pull it. I'm
how long
almost
this
gone.
podcast goes.
I'm almost done with mine already. You might as well just bust it out.
Well, why don't we get into the game while I go grab that?
All right, let's do this. Is it this or isn't that? The boys have to choose, because it's been a while since I've done that theme song. I don't remember what the theme song is. Is it?
Is it this or is it that? Are we gonna fuck Weldy's mom?
I don't get it.
After he says that, can you just like edit in like 25 seconds of silence? All right, so your category for today's game, because of course I have been trying to attempt to keep it theme specific. Yes, theme specific for the weeks. And this week is no different. Rip and tear through the mosh pit. Yes. So I'm going to give you a list of 7 names. You have to tell me if each of the names on the list is either an enemy found in a Doom game
All right.
or a musical act at Coachella.
Oh my god.
Coming up between April 12th and 14th and second weekend, April 19th through the 21st.
New bands?
Yeah,
Okay,
baby.
new bands. I was gonna say, what do you mean?
These are musical acts that are going to be at Coachella this year.
I've heard of Coachella. What kind of music is it?
It's everything.
It's everything.
Everything? Okay.
It's-
It's more heavy on like electronic pop. I think this year I saw like Tyler the Creator is going to be there. Blink 182 was there last year, so you got kind of a weird. I think Doja Cat's there this year.
It's a whole mix.
Yeah,
Riot
you-
Fest
That's a
in
whole
Chicago.
fucking spectrum right there.
Riot
Yeah.
Fest in Chicago is another one of those weird ones.
I want to go
Where
to
it goes
Riot
from
Fest.
like B-52s to fucking Slayer. Like,
yeah,
all over the
it's
fucking place.
and they have like 6 or 7 sound stages for stuff like that, so you can bounce in between, kind of like a giant convention, just kind of move around.
Yep, they rule.
Is there one near us, or is it always in like
Well,
West
there's
East
the one.
Coast?
There's I think Lollapalooza is
Lollapalooza's
in
in
Chicago.
Chicago.
Lollapalooza is like diet caffeine free Coachella.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Riot Fest is the RC Cola.
I want to go to fucking Riot Fest. I've been telling my brother I want to go to Riot Fest, and every time you guys go, he's always like, "Oh, we're going next week." I'm like, "You motherfucker!"
Well then,
Tickets on sale now.
then they have country concert out in Fort Loramie, Ohio, which is semi close to us,
Fuck
not to
country
dox
music.
us, but that's like 3 to 4 days. But it's the same thing where it's like multiple stages, but it's all country music.
Gotcha.
From the stories I've heard, that is a gigantic drunk fest.
I'm always trying to get drunk.
Oh yeah, it's a drinking festival with a little bit of country music.
Gotcha.
It's a little bit country, a lot of drinking.
It's a little bit country and a high blood alcohol level. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Number 1, Lost Soul.
You said Coachella or Lollapalooza?
Oh yeah, yes. So it's either an enemy from any of the Doom games or a musical act at the upcoming Coachella Music Festival.
Coachella for me.
I'm gonna say Doom.
I'm gonna say Coachella.
It's a Doom enemy.
Shite.
Yes,
Yes.
in both Doom 1 and 2. It's the floating horned skulls. They have about 100 HP. Number 2, Earth Eater.
I'm gonna say Doom again.
I'm going group.
Keeping it Coachella.
Ricky and Andy get it right. Coachella. I looked it up. I just wrote down one phrase because it's the one that stood out. Experimental electronic.
So EDM is essentially.
Yeah. Which is one of my, which by the way, if I'm in the car, because my wife has Sirius XM in the van.
My wife.
So, my wife.
My wife.
And if I'm in the van after like 11 o'clock at night, I am definitely bumping to BDM. It's great. Number 3, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this. Cacodemon? Cacodemon?
That's Doom.
That's Doom.
Yeah, I'm going.
I think it's the floating eyeball guy.
It is, yes. The large red
Sweet.
demon sphere.
Wait, what did Ricky say?
Oh, Ricky got it right. I blew the answer.
I
think he
said Doom.
I didn't
He
hear
did.
it. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah, I didn't hear it. Yeah, sorry. All right, everybody gets a point on that one. Good work, kids. Number 4, Pain Elemental.
I think that's a band.
That sounds like a band, so I'm gonna go with that.
I am as well.
No, farts. Yeah, it's a Doom enemy. They are like Keiko demons, but they're brown. But they're a different color.
You saying it's the brown eye?
I see what you did there. Count the bicycle spokes.
Jesus.
Number 5. Why do you guys keep me on this podcast?
You're the host.
Oh,
Your
that's fair.
house, damn it.
That is true. Number 5, Revenant.
Fuck.
That's definitely a
That's
group.
is there a both?
There is no both.
I'm calling bullshit.
I'm going Doom.
Fuck. I'm gonna go Doom.
Ricky?
I said band.
Oh, you got banned. Doom.
Doom.
It's from Doom 2. It is a class of demonic creatures. Number 6, Kokoroko.
I'm gonna go band.
Yeah, I'm going band just because.
Just because?
I feel like it's
Yeah.
some weird Doom creature.
No, Coachella band.
Damn.
You guys were right. A jazz Afro beat from London.
The fuck's an Afro beat?
Like Jamaican music.
Yeah.
But like,
Like in the new, I
EDM
couldn't say do
twist.
like YG Barley.
sure.
What?
These roads of flames are catching on fire.
You know, the Zillennial bullshit that no one listens to.
Are you having a stroke? What the hell's going on over
You
here?
never, it's a TikTok thing going around. I fell in love with the song.
What's a TikTok?
What is this?
What
Do
the
I
hell's
look
a
like I know
JPEG?
what a TikTok is?
What the hell is a JPEG?
I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Cooked on propane.
Number 7, Blast.
That's a football term.
It is actually. It is actually. I'm gonna go Doom though. I'm gonna go Doom.
I'm going Doom.
I'm doing a band. Mix it up.
It is a band. And it's actually funny. It's spelled BLXST,
Okay, cool.
but it's
You fucked
pronounced Blast.
You fucked us.
I did not. It's an American rapper from LA.
Okay, I think me and Andy are tied for first.
Well, guess what? I don't have
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
other than 7, so you guys are going to have to go with the tie this day. Ricky, what did you end up with?
I definitely am not there. I ended up with 3. They ended up with 4 apiece.
Oh, nice.
You gotta Google something. We gotta find out a winner. If we're doing this end of the year podcast, we gotta figure out who the winner is.
You guys both get to have a point.
Well, that still tied us.
That still ties us. We need a winner because the loser's bringing all the beer.
I'm a loser, so whatever.
Hold on. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10.
69.
You go first.
I'm gonna go 6.
2.
All right. Well, it's gonna go to Mitch. My number was 9.
Why did you go with
I thought
2?
he was going low.
He would take 5 with that one. If you would have gone with 5, you would have gotten 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0.
Sounds like you
I
got
thought he was
fucked.
going to price his right. I
You
thought he was price
decrease
right.
your
Sounds like you got
odds.
fucked, bud.
This isn't Safecracker, which, by the way, I don't care what anybody says. Safecracker is the absolute hardest game on The Price is Right, and I will take no further questions on that.
Ricky, are you also keeping tallies of who wins these games? I know you said you're keeping tallies of the score.
Sometimes.
We can listen to the old episodes.
I guess I have a whole lot of podcasts to go back through at a certain point.
Re-download the episodes, build our podcast.
Yes.
Yep.
Loser has to buy all the beer for the end of the year episode. So
Yeah, it's okay. I'll go back through. Luckily, we're only in April at this point, so I'll go back through and I can re-listen to all the episodes to listen to winners and losers, and I'll just put that on our spreadsheet, and I'll be able to keep track of it from there.
I only know I've won 2 more outside of this. That was the Super Bowl, and I think the one right after.
Although I think you shouldn't have won the Super Bowl one, because the one that you were absolutely sure about, you were like, I know 1,000% that was a football one. And
I still won that because it was a Steelers question at the end, and I got it.
it was a
Who won the fucking
Whatever
Super Bowl?
Super Bowl,
Who won like
whatever
the
that
third
was.
Super Bowl or some shit?
We went to like quadruple overtime.
And I won it because I said that was Terry Bradshaw's era, and I was like, yeah, that's the Steelers. They won the Super Bowl. Who's leading this episode? Who's talking about Doom?
we are talking about Doom, I'm gonna make a controversial statement, not the granddaddy of first person shooters, because I always think I always say Jurassic Park for the Super Nintendo is the granddaddy of first person shooters. That's a controversial statement. But yes, Doom is an American media franchise created by John Carmack, John Romeo, Adrian Carmack, Kevin Cloud, and Tom Hall. The series usually focuses on the exploits of an unnamed space marine, often referred referred to as Doom Guy or Doom Slayer. Operating under the auspices of the Union Aerospace Corporation, who fights hordes of demons and the undead to save Earth from an apocalyptic invasion. id Software is the owner, 1993 to present. How many? Because I know I haven't played all of the Dooms, but I have played a few. Which ones have you guys played?
1, 2, and then the new Doom. And I think that might have been it, honestly. I've watched several of the other Doom ones, but definitely Doom in 92, 93, whatever year that was, because I was a stupid middle school kid and it was on every Mac in the middle school. And then there was the Quake, had the Doom guy in it, and I played that.
Quake. The Quakes are so good.
Yeah.
The Quakes are great.
I need to play them.
You do. Yeah, the Quakes are great.
Have you played any, Mitch?
So I 100% of Doom 64.
Oh, shit.
Played
Ooh, gross.
Doom Eternal.
Gross.
Doom Eternals.
That's
the
the best
newest
word for
one.
that.
Or
Yeah.
whatever one came out in like 2019. I played that one for a little bit. I didn't 100% that one, but I played it for a little bit. And I played the first one because they remastered it on the Xbox. Doom 64 had some easy achievements, so I went for that 100% and got it within like half an hour.
Does not surprise me. I heard that game was a dog poo.
You can literally input a cheat code and get like a rocket launcher with infinite ammo and just fucking go ham. At that point, I wasn't going for the 1224, but I was like, it was on Game Pass. Fuck it.
Hey, that's Spanky's line.
Hey, this is Spanky's game, so
I know.
he's definitely listening to this.
Damn it!
episode.
I really didn't think about this. I really didn't think about asking him to be on this. Spanky, if you're listening to this, I am so sorry. We should have asked you to be on this episode.
Ricky, have you played any of the Dooms?
Yeah, I played Doom 1 like way back forever ago on what was it, the Super Nintendo, and that's basically my experience playing Doom. It was absolutely when I was a kid. It was fun. I remember it scaring the shit out of me as a kid, though.
Did you see John Romero's decapitated head?
Yeah, I mean, like, I was not very good at first-person shooters. I was the platformer and the occasional fighting game, so the experience at a first-person shooter really threw me off. And I still will say I am not very good with first-person shooters. It is not a style for me, for the most part.
So that's one of the first-person shooters, first ones, besides like Wolfenstein. You could not look up and down, so like if there's a creature, demon, whatever, on a level above you, the gun just like automatically shot at them.
And I'm totally surprised, Ricky, you said that you played this game on the Super Nintendo, because I also played it on the Super Nintendo, but if you play it on a PC, it was so much better. Do you agree with me on that one? It was kind of like Star Fox, but that almost felt like it was like, there's promise here, and then Star Fox 64 came out and fucking blew everybody out of the water, and that game was fucking phenomenal. So I feel like this was a little, it was a little before its time. Would you agree with me on that one?
For sure.
Well, if you're asking me personally, I can't say because I didn't get to play Doom on the PC at all. I played with what was available to me, and my family did not have a PC at all.
No, we didn't either. I'm talking later in life.
Yeah, even later in life, I didn't actually get my first PC until a few years ago, and I bought that used from a friend. Sorry, guys. Sorry, gang, out there in Retro Smash universe, but Ricky has not had a lot of time playing PC games, so I won't be able to chime in for that one as much. I played it on, like I said, I played it on Super Nintendo. I wouldn't mind going back and replaying it, being older now and actually understanding the game a lot better. But from there, nope.
I think I didn't have any of the Doom games until I was way older. And then I also saw it was for the Super Nintendo, and I played it, and I'm like, is this what everybody goes crazy about? And then it was eventually ported to like Steam, and I can see what the buzz was about. I can definitely see that. And it was just clean. It was also like one of what I feel was the Holy Trinity. The Holy Trinity of shooters back in the day. It was Doom, Wolfenstein, and Duke Nukem.
Okay, I was about to say Duke Nukem had been third.
Yeah, that was like the OG, like early 90s. That's what Lieberman tried to take away from us. It was Doom, Duke Nukem, and Wolfenstein. Yep. That was, I feel, was the big three. I feel like all three of them really still stand the test of time, first-person shooter-wise, because it wasn't long after that where, like, GoldenEye came out. And then Halo came out after that.
Yep. Damn, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and then Call of Duty came out after that. You would think GoldenEye would be, like, so much later because it was so much more, like, you feel like it was more advanced. And then Halo was a little more after that, but really, all those games came out within a 7-year span.
It was a hot fucking.
Yeah.
So I remember, I remember playing Duke Nukem also on I'm pretty sure it was still a Mac at the time, like a 97, 98 Mac.
And then you had to go see the strippers. You had to.
Well, and then there's the porno. That'll be another episode, folks.
Yeah, at the end of the year. Check us out at the end of the year.
So I have here, GameRant.com has the best Doom games ranked. So we're going to go 10 to 1. Actually, we're going 8 to 1 on this. Wow, they only have 8 to 1. So number 8, Mighty Doom. It's an Android iOS game. It's a top-down shooter. Okay, now hold on. Don't be dogging on top-down shooters.
I'm dogging.
I'm dogging on the Doom top-down shooter.
Okay, I could see them doing something like that because Zombies Ate My Neighbors is a top-down shooter, and so is Hotline Miami. So after that, number 7, they have Doom Resurrection, also a mobile game, released 2009. Players are able to enjoy another spin-off of the original Doom title on their phone. They don't take on the role of Slayer, but instead an unnamed Marine who was a survivor of the Bravo team from the events of Doom 3. There's your lore. Number 6, they have Doom 64, which you said you 100%ed. I felt like that one kind of... it didn't hit with me. Like, am I feeling that right?
I thought it was garbage, but
I didn't think it was good, but literally, my 100%. I think there's like 12 achievements in Doom 64. Most of them are just for like killing an enemy, but the rest are just for getting to the end of the game. You could literally put a cheat code in, open the final door from where like the start of the game is, and go unlock the achievements.
I feel like it's not even like lore. Like,
No.
it's like, nah, it don't count.
It was on Game Pass, and I was looking for an easy 100%.
Game
I was
Pass.
bored, and Doom 64 was on there, and it said like an hour 100%. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, let's do it. And I was done in literally like 30 minutes. I'm like, oh, okay.
Number 5, Doom 3. I think that Game Rant has it right in there. It says, offers a slower paced experience than any of the other projects in the series, making it the only entry that could pass for survival horror. And I feel like that's right.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
Now, that's the one I had because I didn't have access to 3. I didn't really have access to any of the Doom games growing up, but I managed to get one of those like Doom 3 BFG editions.
Nice.
It was one of those
Big
like
fucking
discs.
gun.
Yeah, it was like a disc that I got from my brother-in-law. It was Doom 3, but it also had Doom 2 and 1 on it. So it was like the 3-in-1. So I got to actually eventually play it on like my 360. So that was kind of neat to crack that out, but I got lost a lot.
Did you ever watch the Rock movie?
Oh yeah, that movie fucking flopped.
That movie sucked
bad.
ass.
The BFG was called something else. I can't remember. It was not the big fucking gun. It was,
That was right before his Hercules movie, wasn't it?
I don't know. It was like pre-Rock when he was just doing like shitty, like, well, I'm just coming out of the WWE and here's some.
Yeah,
movies.
because he did that Hercules hit, and then he hit on a Fast. I think it was Fast 5 is when he made his introduction.
That's what. Yeah, that's where we started picking up.
Because he was doing those kind of movies while like The Rock was, or while Stone Cold was doing The Condemned.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Stone Cold
To
did
touch on
movies.
that one, that Doom Rock movie came out in like 2007, between 2007 and 2009. Hercules came out around 2012, 2013 is when the Hercules movie came out.
Well, Scorpion King.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking
Yeah.
of.
That was early 2000s.
Super
That was
bad
like
CGI.
2003, 2004.
I pulled it up. The movie Doom was in 2005.
Yeah, because in his dad's Hall of Fame speech, he made fun of John Cena's.
The Marine.
Yeah, there it is, the Marine. He made fun of the Marine because he did Doom.
I mean, we all know that the Rock's best movie is The Rundown with Sean William Scott.
That is a good fucking
That
movie.
was a really good
I
movie.
thought Walking Tall was a really
That
good
was a
fucking
good movie,
movie.
too.
Walking Tall was pretty solid also, but my issue, The Rock playing The Rock in literally every movie where he's not allowed to lose in any movie, it sucks, dude. Your ego is a little too big. You need to get that shit checked because if you're not willing to lose, nobody ever wants you to be in their franchise again. Ever.
We need to do
That's why he got kicked
the
out.
Rock video game episode. Because
Yeah,
there's been like
I would
4
love
video
that.
game movies.
Hell, he fucking launched Xbox 360. Or no, he launched the Xbox.
I will say this is going to age me a little bit. Kmart.
What's
Mitch,
a Kmart?
was a store.
I know what Kmart is. me and my mom used to go there.
Well, Kmart I used to work at back in the day, and I was the worst employee ever.
I believe it.
I worked. You better believe it.
It's one of those Little Caesars pizzas.
Oh my God, man. I used to sit in the garden section and just eat Little Caesars pizza and watch NFL Network. I was the worst employee. Like, working in electronics was cake. That place closed down. It was just like, ugh. But I worked at the one here in town, and we had on a big screen TV to try to promote our 50-inch TVs, which were like $900 at the time.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
For real.
Yeah, like
Fuck.
2010, 2011. Dude, I was working for beer money. I didn't give a shit. I was working for beer money at the time. I was a bum. But we used to have the game plan.
Oh god.
That was a good fucking movie.
That was
Madison Pettis? That's a
Yes.
good fucking movie.
Okay, that was a pretty good movie, and I think I've seen that movie probably because I had to play it twice while on my 6-hour shift. Yeah. Well, yeah, because every time it stopped, I just had to go hit the play button. I'd be walking up and down the aisles, making
What
sure.
a job.
What a fucking job.
Oh yeah, for
Your
7.
job's to go push the play button.
Yeah, for
You're
$10 an hour, baby. $10 an hour.
Oh,
and-
you're making good money back then.
Oh yeah,
$10 an hour
Actually,
back
no,
then?
I'm sorry. No, I was making $8 an hour, and then I had to leave to go make $10 an hour.
Minimum wage is like $7.
Yeah, it's still $7.25. But yeah, the game plan was
Fuck
another The
Yes.
Rock movie.
The U.S.
Number 4 on this list, I have Doom Eternal. I'm surprised they have this one.
Wow, I thought
Yeah.
that'd be closer.
What number was that? 3?
Number 4.
4. Ooh, boy. Okay.
Well, I think if you see the final 3, you'll understand
yeah,
why.
Number 1.
Number 3 was the original Doom.
Okay.
Goes out saying the original, most important, influential entry in the first person's on it. Number 2 was Doom 2, and then number 1 was
2016.
the reboot Doom 2016.
Gotcha.
My God, I will never
That game
forget
rules.
watching that trailer at E3. That was stupid.
I don't know. I don't remember that. I remember playing it, and you're like, hey, do you want to hear the lore of the bullshit? You're like, fuck you. You just smash the machine, and you're like, let's rule.
I
That
tried to
so
speed
much.
run that for a little bit.
I missed it.
I got like halfway through the game in like 50 minutes.
That's not bad.
I think.
That's not bad.
No, I think the world record's like just under an hour. Well, I kept getting lost too, so I'm like,
That's
I don't know
not
if
bad
I
at all.
want to. I kept watching speedruns on it, and they kept doing
Weird shit.
stuff I couldn't do. Well, it was a glitchless run. It was no out of bounds. That's what I was aiming for, which is all my runs are no out of bounds.
You still, I mean, you don't have to be number 1 or 2, but like, even when you're like number 50, it's like, fuck you. I'm number 50 in the world. It's fucking amazing.
Okay, since Ricky has only played the one Doom, Mitch, which Doom was your favorite?
I'm very one for newer graphics and newer everything, so Doom Eternal was pretty good.
Andy?
2016, like I just said, it fucking, it fucking ruled, man. Like, they fucking redid the music. You're just like, this dude, here's a bunch of background lore, blah, blah, blah. You're like, fuck you, shut the fuck up, smash, go, let's do this. And then fucking metal music starts playing, and you're just like, yeah! Let's go. And they put it's still in the game if you want to learn the lore. Like, you can read the stuff if you want to. That's what's cool about that game, too, because it's like, if you don't care about the lore and just, I want to destroy things and go, you can. But if you're like, you know what, I want to read why Mars had their aliens open hell, and then how did the humans, fucking Elon Musk came into 22 and opened Mars, and like, I don't know how to read Alien. Like, it's in there.
The only game I can think off the top of my head that's like that is like the Five Nights at Freddy's games, where you can just play the game to get the 6 minutes of making sure you don't fucking die.
Yeah.
But you dive deeper into it, you're like, oh my god, like this is all fucked up. Like Doom, in a sense. Like you can play both ways.
I'm going to agree with you on that one because I feel like there are some games where it's like, if I'm coming home from a hard day at work, sometimes I don't want to
You just shut your brain down and just fucking
kill things.
Kill things.
Yeah. You know, it's the best way to put it. Like between that and like Splatterhouse. Splatterhouse was the same way. It was like sometimes you don't want to deal with puzzles and lore and dialogue and RPG elements. Sometimes you just want to kick ass.
Yep.
And that's, I feel like Doom 2016 encapsulated most games. There are games that are like extremely grotesque, but it gave me very Gears of War vibes.
Well, there's
when it came to
ripping people in
executions.
half,
And
the
I
full-on chainsaw,
loved
just fucking.
Oh, my aunt and I played the Gears of War series all the way through.
Nice.
Like we,
It's a good fucking
Oh my
series.
god, yeah. It's,
I never played 5, but it's a good fucking series.
I feel like Doom 2016 has everything you want. It has giant weapons. It has scary enemies. It has giant guns. It has violence. It has gore. It has speed. It has metal music. Everything you could have ever asked for in a Doom game from 1993. You're like, someday they're gonna make this as realistic as possible, and it's gonna blow everybody's mind. And I feel like they did.
They're pretty close with the last few ones there.
It's crazy to think that was made by Bethesda too.
Yeah. We didn't touch much about that.
Yeah,
the
but
Bethesda
between
games,
doing buggy Fallout games, which are also great, but it's like they're buggy.
but Doom
Okay,
did not have any bugs. I don't remember any bugs.
I don't either, which is weird.
All right, Mitch, do you got some fun facts?
I would love to cut this down, but I think I want to share every single fun fact I wrote down, so I'm so sorry, but I have to. The chainsaw / shotgun weapons were inspired by 1981's The Evil Dead.
I was about to say. I figured. I knew that.
Doom was originally going to be a video game adaptation of Aliens.
Oh
see that.
wow!
Various weapons are digitized versions of toy weapons bought from toy stores that the developers bought.
Okay, that's cool.
Curious about that.
Doom is one of the first of 6 games inducted into the National Museum of Play World Video Game Hall of Fame.
Do you have the other 5?
No, I do not. I should have got the other 5. But I don't have the other 5.
If I had to guess, it was going to be Super Mario Brothers, Tetris, Pong,
Sonic,
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man, yeah.
That's 4. What would be a good 5th? It wouldn't be like Dig Dug or anything. Because Pong has to be in there. Pong, Pac-Man, Super Mario Bros. GTA. Hey, you know what? GTA might...
It's up there.
It might be. I mean...
One of the best-selling fucking games of all time.
Hold on. Quick to the Googles. I got 4 out of 5.
What's the other one?
World of Warcraft.
Fair enough. The rock band Smashing Pumpkins used the sound of the RPG in their song Where Boys Fear to Trend. The Super Nintendo version of the first game was the first ever video game to receive a mature reading from ESRB.
Yeah.
Shout out Joe Lieberman.
No, he's on the
unshout out Joe
unshout
Lieberman.
list.
This is my last one. This is probably one of my favorite ones that I've done. The Doom name for the game came from Tom Cruise's The Color of Money when he pulls out a custom briefcase at a pool hall, and when asked what is inside the briefcase, he goes, Doom. That's where the name of Doom came from, was Tom Cruise. That is all my fun facts. I think that's my favorite fact that I found about any game. Just the name came from a Tom Cruise fucking movie back in the
Yeah, makes sense.
80s.
Happy time, people. Happy 40th anniversary. The greatest detention ever.
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club.
yes.
Yes. Saturday, March 24th, 1984. They all 5 met for detention. Happy 37th anniversary. Heart, who reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts with These Dreams, which is my favorite Heart song. These dreams go on when I
there you
close my every second of the night. Happy 25th anniversary to probably my favorite PC game of all time, Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Really?
Wow. Okay.
Happy trails, safe sex, but hello to the next generation of super athletes.
Hello.
Yeah.
That's me.
An age-old form of physical activity is set to make a comeback at this summer's Paris Olympic Games.
It's the Olympic Games? Yes, of course.
Yes.
All the Olympians, all they do is there's like a fucking orgy every night.
Organizers in the City of Love are not only
Organized.
turning the page on a COVID-era intimacy ban imposed on athletes, they plan to make 300,000 condoms available to the residents, which is down from the 450,000 condoms from the Rio Olympics in 2016.
I mean, you got hot fucking people just, they're like, I'm pumped full of energy, let's fuck. And they're
Make
just
a baby.
banging all day long. And they're all teens and like 20-year-olds.
I'm not gonna disagree here, but they are absolutely. It's well known that the Olympic Village is basically Sex Town, USA, man.
Oh, yeah.
These are some of the hottest people on the planet, some of the most physically fit people ever. They're gonna fuck like wild animals out there for sure, and good for them.
Get your nut.
All I know is, okay, if there's like a power lifter from Brazil hooks up with a high jumper from Finland, that's the closest thing we're going to get to the Incredible Hulk. Okay? I mean, come on. That's the closest thing we're going to get to the Incredible Hulk.
If that baby is another Olympian in fucking
You all want to talk.
2044.
Like, if Michael Phelps would have laid more pipe, we'd have Aquaman by now.
You're fucking right.
I mean, come on.
Jason Momoa ain't shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if Michael Phelps would have laid more pipe at the Olympics instead of
Stop
winning all those
smoking all
damn
that weed.
Oh, God, yeah. Don't smoke weed, kids, or you too can end up with 21 gold medals.
You're saying that, but every single Olympic athlete I know, they get higher than a fucking kite, and they're like top tier athletes. Like, look at Michael Phelps. Look at
Exactly.
You
most. I'm actually gonna
higher?
say keep an eye out right now.
Me higher. I'm sorry, Andy started. I had to finish
Yeah,
it.
I'm sorry. We totally interrupted you on that one.
Yeah, I was going to say, keep an open eye out for the upcoming track runner, Jakari Richardson. She got popped a couple years ago for smoking
weed,
marijuana
yeah.
before her runs, and she's considered the fastest woman on the planet.
She is,
It's
yeah.
legal everywhere except like 10 states in the U.S.
You know, and everybody's like, well, if you can actually break world records by being higher than a fucking kite, because it ain't like a performance-enhancing drug. That's not a thing. Weed's a fucking depressant, man. It brings you to fuck down. down. If anything, she's giving her competition a bit of an edge. She's doing them a favor because they might have a fucking chance. Yes, give her all the fucking weed, man. If I'm racing against her, yeah, man, here's more weed. Here's some indica.
I can break world records on weed.
Also, speed running on weed.
Whoa,
I mean,
man.
still even then.
Why am I
You
still
got
stuck on
hyper-focus.
Castlevania, bro?
You suck. You know that was an old wound. That's a wound you just totally reopened. I'm still pissed off
100%
about
welcome.
the Super Castlevania 4.
You're
I'm still
welcome.
pissed off about
That's
that.
why I said
Fuck
it.
you, Mitch. Where can they find you at, kid?
Listen, you can find me at Liquid Dukes, where the second I is a 1 at twitch.tv. I've been streaming my Immortals of Aveum. I'm going to ask you guys again, please send me suggestions for 100%. You three in this podcast, I need suggestions for 100%. I'm running out of ideas.
You will never be able to 100% the zombies ate my neighbors.
Probably not, but
That's-
I need more
So,
ideas.
is there achievements attached to that?
Yeah, does that have to be an achievement? Because I think you would have a good time 100%ing Super Mario World.
I am doing strictly Xbox. I just want achievements. I want to boost my gamer score. I am only 8,000 gamer score away from 300,000 gamer score.
So have we considered Gears of War, whatever the newest one is?
Ooh.
No.
We need to do that episode too.
Not for my 100%, because Gears of War has arguably the hardest achievement every game in every single
Oh,
game.
seriously, 2.0 and
3.0.
My
yes.
aunt got that achievement.
Your aunt's a fucking
You're
legend.
gonna get your aunt on this.
Yeah, we're going to get my aunt in here for the Gears of War episode.
Gears of War is not on any of my lists because those achievements require thousands of multiplayer hours, and I don't care that much. So.
King Kong the movie, the game.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's an easy
Well,
one.
you know, give you some time. I will look up some Xbox games and I'll get back to you, bud. I'll send that shit in the group chat.
There you go. Ricky, where can they find you, kiddo?
You guys can find me dead.
Fair enough.
No, you guys can actually find me in your nearest graveyard pissing on the worst fucking politician. There we go.
Jesus.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. That's my at. My at is the current location of the nearest graveyard near you, pissing on local politicians who ruined the world for the worst.
Fuck yeah. Andy, where can they find you?
What? Is Ricky done with this? All right.
He's pissing on politicians.
Yes. As always, you can find me on the Pissy Politician website, X, at the Andy Abides. Send emails to retrosmashed@gmail.com. If you don't want to send emails, you can always DM us on our Retrosmashed podcast. We also have a Patreon set up. $1 will get you give us some money. Several dollars will get you a recording of Ricky's pre-podcast bullshit that he talks about. We got a $5 podcast. You give us the game, we'll review it. It might not be today or tomorrow, but it'll be in the future, and I'll let you know. I set up an extra one just for the fuck of it. It's called Can You Take Me Higher? It's a $10 Patreon. It's just because you love us.
It's just us singing Can You Take Me Higher by Creed.
Or Kiss from a Rose.
I'll put it like this. If you're someone that's willing to do that at least 2 months in a row for that Can You Take Me Higher, I will 100% do that at karaoke. We will record it and I will send that to you.
I will do it with you.
We'll have to set that up. Yes. All of us at a karaoke, if I could just sing in that, would be pretty cool.
Let's just do a live stream karaoke.
I think that's what's going to be happening next Friday.
Fuck yeah.
Well, no, the Friday before this.
Oh, you mean the Friday? Oh, boy. That was a great time, wasn't it, guys?
Yes.
Man,
that live episode.
that naked episode of
can
us
you
all
believe
with our dongs.
that happened?
Thanks for getting me suspended from Twitch. That was great.
That Jackbox stream. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Not fuck me up my pussy harder, daddy. Oh.
I can't believe Andy called me the N-word on that stream.
I can't believe all the Malort you guys drank.
Jesus.
I can't believe all the strippers that were in the basement.
Oh, I can't believe I have to sign so many divorce papers. You can find me at WeldyTime on Twitch, at WeldyTime1 on Twitter. You can find me on, what was I going to say, on Twitch, Sunday, Monday, Wednesdays. I'm trying to get Tuesday and Thursday streams roll around, and you can find a lot of my old speed runs on YouTube. Anybody have any final words?
Fuck Dan Schneider.
There we go. That's good enough for me. From all of us here at Retro Smash Video Game Podcast, good night, Canada.
Keep your stick on the ice, mate.
Let me see them feet.